Awesome, man. Hey, Joseph, man, glad to have you on here, man. You've been crushing it in membership EDU, and you've been crushing the membership community. Man, awesome, man. The first thing I want to go over, man, Joseph, what it is that you do. Like, what's your offer?
Tax deed investing. I show people how to get properties for less than $3,000.
Nice, man. Nice, man. What got you into like, so what do you mean like you give people property for less than $3,000? Like, how's that even possible?
Yeah, so I explained the tax sale to them. When people don't pay their property taxes, the
Yeah.
county takes that property and they sell it in an auction. So we come in these auctions and we get properties. Like I got houses that I've gotten for $500. So I'm just showing them the game, the
Are
step
those
by step.
houses good though? Are those like really good houses?
They need rehab. Most of them, of course, going to need rehab. But $500 house as is value might be like 30,000 to 50,000. So
Oh,
you're coming
wow.
in with crazy equity in most of the cases.
So that's like better than wholesaling because a lot of guys who do wholesaling, they go get these properties. They go get these properties like when they're wholesaling and stuff just to like sell the contract. But you're getting the contract for even way cheaper than most of those wholesaler guys pricing. They're getting it because if you get it for $500, even just selling the contract of that is like even way bigger of a profit. Correct me or not?
Yeah,
Because I don't really know your
strategies. Yeah,
so
that's
that's
one
one
of
of
our
your strategies.
strategies. Yeah, we'll
Oh,
get them.
nice, nice,
We'll
nice.
go before auction. We don't even wait till auction. We'll go to the property owners before auction and get them under contract, and then we will assign those contracts. Yeah, so like I got $30,000 checks right now that from just wholesaling. It's crazy.
Nice, man. Nice, man. So you jumped into membership EDU. We're gonna get into your story and every single thing. But first thing first, man. Have it been 30 days yet since you've been since you launched your community and stuff?
I don't think it's been 30 days. I think about 2 weeks. Yeah, about
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Within the 2 weeks, like how much have you made so far in the 2 weeks of you launching your community?
So 2 weeks, we're right about actually as of yesterday, we hit like 30K.
Wow, you guys hit $30,000 in 2 weeks. Wait, can you like because you know a lot of people watching this, they're like, what $30,000 in 2 weeks? And was that strictly just off the subscription, or was that with high ticket with the upsell as well?
So off just the subscriptions, about 10,000, 12,000, or something like that in 2 weeks. And then
Nice.
with the upsells, you can add on another 30. Honestly, one ticket price was 20K. So, and we had more. So I'm gonna just put it at 30K with the upsells. So
Nice.
we're actually closer to 40K within the first two weeks.
Man, that's wonderful, man. So first thing, what I want to do, I want you to show your screen because a lot of people be thinking like these things are unreal, and it's like, how can you
Mhm.
make 30K in 2 weeks? They think like, so I want you to like just share your screen and like show us your what you use Stripe and stuff
Okay.
like that, correct?
Yep, yep, yeah,
So show us,
yeah,
show us your dashboard and Stripe so these people can see like you crushing it with your membership.
yeah, for sure. So what do I got to do? I got to hit
So here, all you want to do, like on the bottom, you see where it says present. Once you click present, it'll
Yep,
allow you to like actually share your screen. All right,
perfect.
awesome, man. So today you guys did. So go ahead. Let's see how much you guys have done so far.
All right, so 4 weeks is showing 62,000. I think, yeah,
Wow.
last 4 weeks, April 9th to May 6th, 62,000. Last 7 days, almost 13. Yeah, about
Nice,
13,000 this
man.
last week. So
Nice,
yeah.
Joseph. What I want you to do, Joseph, is actually show them the payments, so they can see like, hey, these are all sales you're actually making. If you go to payments right there and they can see like all the payments and stuff, so they know it's not a screenshot. Like these are all sales right here from the 49 to 97. Boom. So did you guys up the price to okay, you have the different price there. Nice, 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 nice. Awesome. And you can
Mhm.
see all the different sales that you guys are making right there from the subscription and also from your high ticket that you guys are selling on the back end. Awesome,
Yep.
man. So awesome, Joseph. Let's get back into the interview, man, because I want to know a lot about like what you do and how it works and every single thing. So, Joseph, how do people get into like how did you find out about tax deed? Like, how did you find out about it?
Man, I saw all these millionaires were making money from real estate, and I was actually military overseas. We're making a lot of tax-free money, and I was in
Yeah.
Afghanistan. My squad leader kind of bought it up, and I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, "Man, there's no way that's real." But after
Yeah.
getting home and getting into nursing and everything, had a little bit of money. still didn't like clocking in, clocking out. So I was like, I gotta get in real estate somehow. And so I started looking into the tax sale stuff. And man, before you knew it, I had like 7 properties. I was like 20 something years old and I got 7 properties and I'm just like, holy crap, I got tenants and stuff. And I said, you know what? Real estate is going to be the way. And then we just started taking over, man. Just last month, we got like 30 properties as a community last month. There's
Wow.
been times where I've gone on sprees and just got like 6 in a month, 8 in a month, right? And so
Wow.
we're selling them so creatively too. Like I'll keep some, I may sell or finance some, become the bank. Like I might get it for 2,000 and then I'll charge someone 5,000 down and then they pay me 400 a month. And if they stop
Wow.
paying, I foreclose on it, I get it back, and the down payment's not a security deposit. I keep the down payment. It's non-refundable,
Wow.
right? So, we're doing that, or we're selling our liens to other people. Like we're really doing like some bank stuff, basically.
Wow, man. Wow, man. What gave you like the motivation, because there's a lot of nurses, there's a lot of people out there who are nurses or people who just have 9-to-5 jobs, right? What gave you the motivation to like dive into entrepreneurship? Like, were you always an entrepreneur, or was this something that you was like, hey man, I'm just tired of working a 9-to-5 job. I want to do something for myself. Like, what gave you that motivation?
I think I always had an entrepreneur spirit. I used to sell candy bars in high school, right? So I
Okay.
always had that spirit in me. But what you tune into, you turn into. So just to be
Okay.
honest, man, I got around a lot of guys like you. I was get a
Wow.
lot of got around a lot of entrepreneurs and everything, and they didn't have a full-time job. I was one of the last people in my circle that was actually working. So
Wow.
they weren't smarter than me. So I was like, look, if
Wow.
they can do it, I'm gonna make this thing happen. So I jumped
Yeah.
out there, and with the extra time, I had time to focus on myself, my business, my family, my spirit, my mental, and my
Yeah.
body. Everything else has just been great. It hasn't been always
How many
easy,
years?
right?
How many
It's not
years have
always
you?
easy.
We're gonna talk about the hard parts, but like, how many years have it been since you like quit your nursing job and got into like entrepreneurship full time? Like, how long have that been?
3 years full time. So yep, 3 years
Wow.
full time.
So like, what was the hardest part as an entrepreneur? Like what you said, like helping like these guys are starting out, and some of them are business owners, but they want to have that leap to be able to do 100K plus a month, right? So like, what would you say some of the hardest thing that you had to overcome?
So it's tough because you have to be in the sky before you tell people you can fly. And so a lot of people that knew me, here I am like, oh, suddenly like, dang, he's full-time entrepreneur now. Like, what's going on? And you'll find that most of your customers are going to be strangers because,
Wow.
their first impression of you is their first impression of you. Your friends
Yeah.
won't be the ones there to support. 3 years
Yeah.
later, all the friends and stuff are going to show up, right? So
Yeah.
it's having that consistency is what's really tough because you have to put in that work. And 99% of Americans will not put in that work, man. They
Yeah.
just won't. You have to go hard every day.
How do
It's
you
it's
stay consistent? Do you have things that you do to stay consistent?
So for me, a matter of scheduling, right? One is
Okay.
scheduling, and then I needed more hours in a day, so I started taking other people's hours. I got 24 in my day, but then I had to start hiring some other people. And when you don't have money up front, then it starts commission based, right? A lot of
Yeah.
partnerships in the beginning. So
Nice.
having them, we motivated each other, and for me, staying on a schedule, that's what really helped me out. Like planning my day, I'm gonna do this every morning, creating good habits. All in all, just creating those habits, and then you just do it like clockwork.
Nice, man. So like, did your family, when you dive into entrepreneurship and you was like full-time going into this thing, was your family like saying, hey, are you sure you want to leave this nursing job? You're getting paid this huge salary. You want to leave this? Like, how did they react?
Honestly, my family, I'm not like normal people where they say like everybody hated on me and didn't suspect me to do great. I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
my family always knew I was gonna be the one. Like
Oh,
I was the
wow.
first to graduate high school, even I was the first to not go to jail or anything, right? Like that, right?
Wow.
So my family literally always knew that I was gonna be the one, at least the first male to do something. So I always had that support and pretty much anything, man. I could say I'm not about to do it, but like I could say, hey, I'm gonna go dance ballet, and my family
Yeah.
gonna be like,
They're
hey,
going to
you
be like,
got this.
hey, you dancing ballet? We coming with you. Let's go, Joseph.
Pause,
That-
pause. But look, seriously.
that's good though to have like supportive people around you. Is like what fuels you as an entrepreneur. When you don't have supportive people, a lot of people like myself, right? Like when I was starting as an entrepreneur, a lot of people around me was not supportive of me doing internet marketing. You know, my parents were saying, hey, you got to go to college. That's how you're going to become successful. You got to have a corporate job. All these other things out here are a scam. Don't do these things. Focus on school. And that was like the whole thing. But I was like, man, it can't be, because if all these other people are doing this and changing their life, I have to see like how I can make this work for myself to change my life. So that's like really what made me just so focused on like entrepreneurship, seeing other people. But like for all of you guys who are out there who don't have a supportive people around you, you have to network. You know, you have to get around other people who are entrepreneurs so you can see what they're doing and you can pick up their motivation, because that's what you need. A lot of you guys are out there. You don't have a lot of people around you who are supportive of you. What are some good places, like when you was first starting out as an entrepreneur, Joseph? We're gonna get back to tax deed, but when you were starting out as an entrepreneur, what were some good places that you go to like meet different people who are successful? Or was it just on the internet networking with guys like me and stuff like that? Like how did you start working with these like person like me?
Yeah, man, it's all of the above. So I started to go to networking events, real estate meetups, anybody like even people selling digital products like this mastermind.
Nice.
So all the 3-day challenges I could do, the 5-day challenges, I just started, getting into those. Every time I saw somebody that was killing it, I liked what they were
Yeah.
doing. I'm getting in there because I
Nice.
got to learn how you're doing it.
You was a
So it was a
student.
matter of all of the
So you was a student. Anytime you saw
above.
opportunities, just like, hey, I'm gonna take this opportunity and I'm gonna maximize this opportunity. And that's something I
And
really like
still,
about you, because you move so fast. When you started working with us, you was like, hey, I'm gonna get this thing done. And you started getting everything done. And it was like, boom, you launched. First day you launched, I think you did like $3,000
yeah, I
or
think,
even
it
more
was
than
pretty
that.
quick.
Like the first day, the first day you
Yeah, it
launched,
was
it was
pretty
like
quick. We hit
boom.
3K pretty quick. Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
quick.
the first day you guys launched. So I want to ask you some questions, Joseph. So like, I know you have. Do you have a kid, right?
I have 3.
You have 3 kids. Was that your
Yeah.
motivation to like really like focus on entrepreneurship and say, hey, I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna focus on it? Was that a huge part of your motivation?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people, their why, like you ask them what their why is, and they say it's their kid. Well, what happened before you had a kid, right? This
Yeah,
has to really be in you. The kids is one of the reasons why I won't quit. But
yeah.
I wanted this since I was a kid living in poverty. Like I knew what I didn't
Wow.
want to be like. Yeah, I knew what I didn't want to be like. There's a quote that went viral that I made. Where I say growing up, I didn't have a role model. I had examples of people that I didn't want to be like, situations that I
Wow.
never wanted to be in, right? And that quote like still goes viral today. That was the truth, man. That was my drive. Like I need to change the family dynamic. Growing up in New Orleans and living in the streets, like this ain't it. So that was my drive.
Nice, man. Nice, man. That's awesome, man. Like having self motivation is everything. You know, without having self motivation, it's like anyone can teach you anything, but if you're not self motivated, it's like you can never accomplish anything great. So, like, what's some advice would you like to give, like, a lot of these business owners who's trying to get their membership business set up and trying to sell products online? What advice can you give these guys?
One, you have to understand that you're going to get overwhelmed because there's a lot of check boxes that you have to check. All right. You're not just going to, if we could all just show up and make a crap ton of money, we'd all be
Yeah.
filthy rich, right? That's not how
Yep.
it is. So get your check box, make sure you're checking off all your boxes. There's going to be a lot of different areas that you're going to have to focus on, but get around the right people. You're going to get
Yeah.
overwhelmed. Understand that that's normal. Your brain is
Yeah.
expanding, you're growing, you're being introduced to new concepts. So that's
Yep.
normal to feel overwhelmed, but you have to have those people in your circle. Man, I'm gonna be honest, when Boniface hit me up, I was doing a lot of things at the time. Like I
Yeah.
had a lot of things going on, masterminds and this.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yo, you got to get this done by Monday. And I actually felt bad. We still got it done pretty quick, but I actually
Yeah.
felt bad because I didn't hit the timelines that I wanted to hit. Right.
Yeah.
But that's what it takes, having people like that in your circle. Yo, get this done,
Yeah.
get this done, get this done.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's what's big. The team, man, your circle is everything.
Yeah, accountability is definitely everything too. Like, if you don't have accountability, it's like you get to procrastinate things. And it's like a lot of people just don't hit their goals just because they don't have no type of accountability. Nobody's pushing them saying, hey, let's get this stuff done and let's get it done now. Instead, some people, it takes them like to do a webinar. Some people take, like, I remember the first time I did a webinar in like 2015, it took me almost a year just to do it because I was doing it myself. I didn't have any accountability. It took me literally a year just to do a freaking webinar slides. So like accountability is definitely like everything. So man, I want to ask you a few more questions, man. Like, what would you tell anybody who's thinking about joining our program and joining our community group?
You got to go for it. You know, you can't be scared, right? You can be scared, but you have to still do it, right? You have to do it
Yeah.
scared. So a lot of times what happens is, I don't know if it's fear or people being scared to spend their money, but once you understand that we all were scared, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's scared. There's multi-millionaires are gonna make still scary investments, but we understand that we have to plant those seeds in order to reap that harvest. So if you're scared to spend money, you'll never be a millionaire. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there right now. If you're scared to spend money, you'll almost never be a millionaire. And if you cannot get over your fears, your heart,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to be successful in general. So you got to conquer those two things. Spend money, because that's how we make money. The US dollar actually is crap. So you have to put it into other things in order to
Yeah.
be successful anyway. And then
Yeah.
two, you can't be scared. You got to get out there and take some chances.
That's true, man. So I want to ask you this. Like, you've invested in other things before, like other coaches and other mentors and things like that. So for a lot of people, you are like, hey, I want to keep learning. Because what gave you that mentality? Because that's something I'm so good at. Like, I invested in so many other coaches, and people always was like, "Why are you investing in all these different coaches?" Because like me, I'm such a student to the game. I like to learn from everyone. So like, what gave you that mentality, knowing that, hey, because I've seen you work with other people, but you're just like, hey, this guy Boniface Ogunti, I want to check him out and I want to work with him too. Like, what gave you that mentality to know that there's more out there to learn?
Well, experience. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be honest. I spent a lot of money on other coaches and stuff like that. And every single time, or pretty much every single time I have invested money, I've got a
Yeah.
return on that money. So it was, for me, it was just a matter of, I didn't have family members that did it, right? I didn't have nobody else that
Yeah.
did it. I was the
Yeah.
first to start investing in mentors. And so I looked at how much I spent on college, and these professors aren't balling. They're not retiring their wives and stuff like that. So I was like, let me
Yeah.
go talk to some people that's actually out here doing it. So I spent that money. First time, bam, it made me money. Second time, bam, made me money. Third time, made me money. And then every time I do it, it's just, I'm getting back 10x my money each time.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer for me. I actually love it. Like, what next can I invest into that's gonna make me some more money?
Yeah.
It's just like real estate. It's just
That's
like
how I
real
be.
estate.
Yep, you're learning is like the most valuable thing that you actually have. Like, because if you're not learning, you're dying. Like, there's no middle of the road. You have to consistently keep getting better and better and better and better. So, what do you have to say for those people? Because there's some other people out here, they probably purchased a program before and it didn't work for them. So they wouldn't give a guy like me a shot and be like, hey, let me work with Boniface. Let me work with Membership EDU. What do you have to say to those people?
I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of times we have to look in the mirror. We just
Yeah.
have to look in the mirror. Why didn't those programs work? Was it really that they weren't providing anything for you, or was it that you got in the acceleration lane and slowed down? Right. So a lot of times people pay thinking that they're going to get in there and just have it handed to them. No,
Yeah.
you're getting the knowledge. You're getting somebody to tell you exactly what to do, but you got to get off your ass and go do it. And most
Yeah.
people, like I said, they just don't do that. They really don't. So there's a few people who maybe have some crappy programs out there. Don't get me wrong, but you need to, vet people and vet credible people. Don't be just taking Joe Blow's word for it. Oh no, he's
Yeah.
good. He's good. Like, you got me, Tax D Wolf, saying, "Oh yeah, no, this community is fire." You got other people like you
Yeah.
got Dion, you got Smitty, you
Yeah.
got all these people. Bro, you
Yeah.
didn't pay me. It's like, you didn't pay me to say this. I actually paid you. You know what I mean? And that's what's even crazier. You didn't pay me. I actually paid you. So it's
Yeah.
a no-brainer.
That's amazing, man. Like, before you even knew me, right? Like, there's a lot of people on social media. Like, some people, like, you would never like, you come across my bread, it's like, oh, who's this guy and stuff like that. Some people are like, hey, if you're selling products online, if you're educating people online, why would you educate people online? It must be a scam. Like, what made you? Because we, like me, I get like, because I'm so popular, like I get millions of views on my platforms. So people, if they don't know me, like they don't know our business, they're like, nah, these guys are a scam. They don't work and stuff like that. How did you realize that we wasn't a scam and you was like, hey, I'm gonna actually take this a shot and I'm gonna go for it? And if it turned out being very good for you, but like, how did you know it wasn't a scam?
It was the people that you were working with, man. When I see people that I know personally, like that I've met and talked to, like, okay, this guy's doing it, this
Yeah,
guy's doing it, this guy's doing it, and they're all
yeah,
like, okay, they're all seeing success. That's
yeah,
how we vet. We go off referrals. And if
yeah,
everybody's saying like, oh
exactly.
man, this dude's a beast, like, no, he's a beast.
Yeah,
All right, cool. I need to go work with him too. And the hate, man, I don't, when you get enough people, like when you get enough
yeah,
eyes on you, bro, people hate on me. They say I steal people's houses. I've never stolen anybody. Never kicked anyone out of their home. I've gone for all vacant properties my whole career, and they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, he's going to hell," and da da da. Like they just don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that keep
yeah,
them in poverty with that mindset. So I just pray for them. And
yeah. 100%, man. 100%. Me, I just don't even tend to look at it anymore. I'm so numb to the hate out there. I'm like, I'm just numb to it. That's why I tell all my business owners, when you're coming online, like if you're making a good salary working a 9 to 5 job where you have nobody criticizing anything that you're doing, just know that you won't have any hate. But if you get online and you start to do things that your friends, your family, people around you have never done, we're talking about being 1% of the people in the world, you best believe you're gonna get some hate. Like there's people out there, like one of my mentors always just told me, he was like, Boniface, half of America hates the president. Like there's two parties. Half of America hate the president. You think you're about to go out there and create something for yourself and don't have any hate? So I'm so glad that we covered that, because a lot of people out there, they have hate and they feel like, hey, they don't want to promote their business and stuff like that. And that's what holds a lot of people back from growing their business. So I'm glad that an entrepreneur like yourself who is super successful can clear that up for them and let them know like, hey, there's hate out there, but you got to keep going with your business because your purpose is what matters.
bro, they hated Jesus. They hate the best, LeBron James. LeBron James is about the best basketball player out there right now. Guess what? They hate him. Steph Curry,
Yeah.
the best 3-point shooter, hands down, the best 3-point shooter in the game right now. And guess what?
Yeah.
They hate him too.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any haters, you're not doing enough.
Yeah. That's 100% true. So Joseph, man, what's last word would you like to give these people before we head out of here?
You gotta get connected. All right, that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing that I'll say. I said this earlier: what you tune into, you turn into. So I don't care if you work a 9 to 5. I don't care if you have your own business. It's all about what you do when you clock out. So when you leave, you close up shop. What are you doing after? Right? You're gonna have to put in that time. You're gonna have to stay connected with like-minded individuals, and you're gonna have to get uncomfortable. If spending money is uncomfortable, then guess what? You need to learn to spend some money. If learning new things is uncomfortable, you need to learn some new things. If talking to people is uncomfortable, you better get your ass up and go start talking to people. So get
Yeah.
uncomfortable, whatever that means for you. You just got to do it, and the rest will be history. And stay
And if they
consistent.
don't even have the money, they need to go borrow the money or something. Because like the information and the jewels and the mindset is gonna take them to the next level. Joseph, man, is
Fact.
glad having you on here, man. Keep crushing it. Are you gonna increase your price yet?
We're going to really soon. We were talking about it today. Really
You gotta
soon.
increase
I'm
your
a
price. One of my guys did like 20K yesterday. He increased his
shit.
price. He's like, yo, I'm selling less people, I'm making more.
Yeah, we're about to. We're about to. I got a day 2 of my challenge actually about to start here in a
Oh, yeah,
sec.
you're doing your challenge right now. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, 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 nice. And the best thing too about the actual membership group is like for all my entrepreneurs who love doing challenges, you're not only just growing your community, but those community members are people that are on your challenge too. Now you can be able to sell those people on that's in your community, and those people have a higher stick rate when it comes to challenges. Like when you're selling people in your community who's already a part of your community, utilizing your product, getting results from your product within a certain time period, and you do a challenge with them, the conversion rate is so high, it's insane.
Yeah, we've more than doubled our attendees already. This is the first one
Wow.
since couple weeks back, and we've doubled our attendee rate. So
wow.
we're
And
about
it's
to
only going to
hell.
get better because you just launched your membership community. Now imagine at the end of, how often do you guys do your challenge? Is it every month or is it every quarter?
Every month.
You guys do it every month? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys do yours every single month. So pretty much now, every single month, then these people who's been in your program for 30 days, when you do your next challenge, it's gonna be insane. What's the most you ever did in a day on your challenge?
30, 20,
30K?
30K, 25, 30K. Yeah.
What was the price point of that offer?
2,500.
2,500. Okay, so you did a low ticket challenge. Have you
Yeah.
ever started to dabble into doing more like a mastermind event where you're selling for more like 30K? So like we have some clients, like one of my other clients, he did about like 200, like about, I have a client, he told 3 people for 30K, made like 90K off his challenge. So like doing more of the high ticket is how you're gonna actually do like that $1 million days, that 6-figure days in your high ticket. So putting together a really good high ticket offer where it's at that 30K price point is really where you're gonna be able to hit that 30K plus a day mark.
Okay.
Or a 6-figure a day mark.
No, I'm about to run that play. All right.
You should run that. You should definitely run that like ASAP. Like even on your challenge right now, you should change your offer on your challenge instead of it being 2005. Because what we normally do, the people in the community, we just sell the people in our community our 2005 offer, because sometimes we do ours every quarter just to be able to like have a lot of people getting results in the community before we do ours. So now when we do ours, our success rate is like, because everybody in the community is already crushing it. So when we do ours, like, damn, it's like a walk in the park. So like we like to do ours every quarter just so we can have enough time to get people results. But like if your time frame is 30 days to get people results, then heck yeah, do it every 30 days. You just want to look at like, what is the time frame? How long does it really take a person to really get results in this community? So when we do our challenge where it's like a 30K offer, mastermind, or whatever, it's a no-brainer because they've already got results. Gotcha. So that's how we look at them. That's the mentality when it comes to us running our challenges in our community. So we're only looking at how quick can we get them results so we can be able to do our challenge. So like implementing that would definitely help you guys do that $1 million a day mark. Because I'm sure you've seen, I personally did over $1 million in a day off my challenge. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of people out there saying, hey, they made $1 million in a day off their challenge. You've seen that out there, correct?
Yeah, I've seen a few. Yeah, I've seen a few people.
It's all high ticket. It's all high ticket, 35 up pricing, masterminds, different things they offer. That's how we do those big ticket amount. So like even your challenge you have now, if it's a new people, if it's like new people, you should still do 25. You should at least up it to 27,005. Like do a 27. Yeah, do a 27,005 offer. Even if you close 6, how many people's on the challenge?
70 something people in there.
Oh, that's really good. You got 70 people. So you guys will probably close about worst case scenario 10 to 20% off of 27,005. That's 300K.
Yo, who's gonna run it?
You should run it up the price, even if you close 10%, 7 people, 27,005. That's 192K. So just make sure the high ticket offer is really good. Masterminds are really one of the good offers that we like to sell on a challenge and stuff like that. Sell it to them, something in person and stuff like that can work with you and stuff like that. Or if they're already existing in your business, try to look for solutions that they would need to help them make more money or help them keep more money. So those are the solutions you can provide to them on the challenge. So for existing people, we want to create solutions where we can help them keep money and make more money. And for new people, we help them solution to make more money.
Gotcha. All right, we're about to run it, man. We're going to
run it, man. Let me know how it does.
For sure.
Awesome, man. It was glad having you on here, Joseph. Have a blessed day, my brother.
All right, you too, bro.